And so today, my plan was to cover some straight through cable, because there are some types of cable like straight and crossover cable. And then I will just demonstrate you how to download the packet tracer, and then I will just demonstrate you that how to use packet tracer, and take one example of a switch, and demonstrate you how we can use the packet tracer. So I will not use router as of now, because I have not introduced you. So I will just take a simple example of switch and tell you the functionality and how to use the packet tracer. That's the target of the today's class. Okay. So the
Yes,
first
sir.
thing is,
Sir, one question, sir. Sir, can you, sir, also means teach us how to initial means how to configure that freshly switch?
which switch?
Means freshly how
Fresh.
to configure
Yeah, 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 yeah,
freshly
yeah.
switch,
Yeah, yeah,
and
fresh.
how to monitor that switch.
That monitoring part is comes under NMS. So that I will tell you later on. But obviously configuration I will tell you from the scratch, because whatever the switch are here, they are from scratch. So I will tell you the basic from the basic very scratch, that once you buy a new switch, then how you log in and try to configure it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the first thing, it comes to the cable actually. So whenever you buy or have one switch, so there are multiple ports over there. So to from here switch to computer, normally we use different types of cable. So there are two types of cable normally we use. One is called as a straight through cable, and another is crossover cable. So what is the difference in the straight through and crossover? So the main difference is in the color coding. If you remember the RJ45 connector, or let me show you the video here. Here it should be like, right? You see that here these are the RJ45 connector. So in the RJ45 connector, you will see there are the different colors in the 45 connector, right? We are having different colored wires like this. You see? So this is the configuration. Like we are having some white color wires, some orange color, some blue, then we are having green, black. So these are the basic colors we are having in the RJ45, and these are the connectors that we call it as a RJ45 connectors, or the LAN cable. RJ45 connector or RJ45 cable. We say that whenever we are having like this one port here, one RJ45 connector and RJ45 connector here, like then we call it as a LAN cable. So the combination of the color decides that this is a straight through cable or it is a crossover cable. Why we are discussing it? Because sometimes we need straight cable, like whenever we are having switch to laptop or computer connectivity, then we use straight cable. This is our switch and this is our laptop. So then in that case we use straight cable. And whenever there is a router, and between router and laptop, then we use cross cable. So how this cross and straight through cable comes, or they being formed, that is depending on the combination of the color. So if you see the straight through cable, then you see that the red color here, orange color, and orange color here same, green, this blue here, this is a combination of blue and white simultaneously with this one, green, and then black. So this is the same. We can say that this is replicated like this one. Then that is a straight through cable. When they were the sequence of the colors is being changed, if you see that the first one is green here, and this green has been inserted here somewhere, right? And whenever we are having blue is in same place as here, and but the orange is also changed right here. So the main thing is that it has been changed here, and this is the original place. This is the original place. Here it is same, and in the first part it is being changed. So that is the difference. It is between the crossover cable and the straight through cable. Not to worry too much. So whenever we are having the laptop to switch, or we computer to switch, then we use straight. Laptop to router, then we use cross. Laptop to router, yeah, we use crossover cable. Whenever this is router to switch, then we use straight. Router cross, and whenever we are having switch, then also we use cross. So it is very difficult to remember, right? How we will remember where to use cross and where to use straight. So it's very simple that whenever we are having the same technology, then we use cross over cable. So same technology means router or switch or PC. Then we use cross, and whenever we are having the cross technology means router to switch or switch to router. That is the same thing. I think router to switch or switch to router, they're the same thing. And then, or we can say switch to computer or laptop, then we use straight cable. Any question in this one? I'm expecting one question. Anyone? There is one very simple and logical question. Anyone has it, or should I reveal it right now? Any questions? No? Okay, let me tell you now. The suspense is that whenever we are using router to laptop here, then we are using the crossover cable, right? I said that whenever there is the same technology, then we use crossover cable. So in the laptop router, is it the same technology or not?
No, sir, different technology.
Right. I was expecting that one. Actually, laptop and router are the same technology. Even the laptop is having the routing table.
Laptop is having a routing cable.
Exactly. And a laptop is able to do the routing. So that's why we say that the laptop and the router are the same technology. So that's why we use the crossover cable.
Because a laptop having a MAC table and a router also having a MAC table.
Exactly.
That is the yes.
No, a MAC table is not that router is not having the MAC address table.
Yes, only but laptop is having a
MAC. Yes, it is having it. It can have both of them. It can have MAC address table as well as the routing table.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
because
why
it's a similar technology. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
So that's why we use the crossover cable. But still, right now in the market, you don't have to, because that was the old time where we used to worry that either we have to use the crossover cable or the straight through cable. But nowadays, auto cables are coming. How they are coming? The auto cables. So auto cables means what is happening actually in the network interface card, whatever we having. Because in the previous videos, I have explained you that for the networking, we are having the network interface card in each of the networking device, especially in our computer. Okay, so that is auto configurable. It does not worry about that you have connected the straight cable or the crossover cable. It just detects the device, is just checked by itself that okay, this is the same technology device. If it is same technology device, it just whatever the color combination is coming here, it just exchange the signal. The whatever signal is coming here, it will send it to here, or the different corresponding colors. So you did not need not to worry that you have to connect the appropriate cable either straight or crossover. It is just auto. You just connect it. The machines are so smart that they automatically change the signal and detect it and make it cross or straight based on the uh, device available over there. Clear? Means we don't have to worry that we don't have to choose it actually, straight or crossover. Good enough.
One question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how can you identify which type of means which technology can do this auto cable, or which technology didn't can't do that?
Means technology means what now our computer, because but obviously there are some versions, because right now your computer or your laptop is smart enough, it automatically detects. You don't have to worry, you don't have to choose appropriate cable. You connect any of the cable straight or crossover, it automatically exchanges the signals and connect to the switch or router. You don't have to worry.
Means from 2021, all the manufacturing technology
Not
will have
2020,
that.
not 2021. I think it is quite old. I think 15 or 16 or 18.
Okay, 2018. Okay,
Yes.
sir.
I don't remember exact year, but obviously right now it is available. And I think before 2 or 3 years, or in fact 5 years, it was available.
Okay, sir.
So that the crossover and the straight over, that was quite old before 2010, and 11, 9 before that time.
Yes, sir.
So if you are using that to old devices right now, so then you have to check appropriate cable and then they will communicate. Otherwise, they will not communicate. So
Yes, sir.
that's why I have introduced you, because it might be the case sometimes we get the legacy devices and you are struggling to connect the
Mhm.
devices and you just don't know these things. So that's why I introduced this part. So now let's switch to our packet tracer. Let me tell you how to download it. So it is quite simple. You can just search over here, download packet tracer. You will very simply get it from netacademy.com. And you can download it free of cost. Cisco Packet Tracer introduction course. Download link. Where's the download link?
Download.
I think this is the link. Okay, you have to sign up first. You just have to sign up. I have already signed up, so I will log in directly. So this is already, I think, I have finished. You can also sign up here, and you will get free training for the this packet tracer. Okay, so that will also like giving you demo that how to use it actually, and they will also give you the downloading link and you can download it from here. But I have already downloaded it, so I'm just opening it. Packet Tracer. If you sign up here, you can log in the Packet Tracer. If you don't want to, or you have already used the free account, then you can use the guest version. Okay. So once you open it, it automatically redirects you to the login page like this. It is connecting to internet and it will give you the login. So you have two options. Either you can sign up over there and log in here, else you can use here the guest login, right? You just have to click here guest login, and it has to confirm it once again. Confirm guest login. It is some timeout. It is just timing it out after 3, 2, 1, and now confirm guest. And now I can use it. So this is how the Cisco Packet Tracer looks like. We are having the different networking devices. So the router is here. If you click here, right, this symbol networking devices. If you click here, it displays many routers. You can just drag and drop the first router like this, right? You can select any of the router like this. If you want to delete it, you can use this cross symbol here and click it here. It will be deleted like this. Okay. And if you want to use the switch, okay, so in that case, you can use here, right? You see here there are different combinations like router, switch, this is hub, this is wireless devices. So like we call it as a hotspot, right? So that is wireless devices, or you can use our cloud WAN emulation, right? Or security. Security means firewalls. So if you want to use that one, you can use as per the requirement. So right today, I'm just taking one switch. Okay. And then you can use computer or laptop based on the requirement. I'm taking the computers. Okay. You can take multiple computers, whatever you want. Okay. Now you have to connect these computers with the switch. So if you hover over this switch, you can see the number of ports available on the switch. You see that how many ports are available. Fast Ethernet 0/1, 0/2, 3, and we are having the Fast Ethernet 0/24. Means 24 port switch is this. And we are having 2 gigabit Ethernet ports 0/1 and 0/2. I think I can over it. I cannot. Or I can make a screenshot, I think. So right now we see that this is the Fast Ethernet ports 1, 2, 3 to Fast Ethernet /24, and there are 2 gigabit Ethernet ports. This is G102. So I think you might be aware that Fast Ethernet port is having the speed of 100 Mbps. 100 Mbps. Fast Ethernet port. And normal Ethernet port is 10 Mbps. Ethernet port is 10 Mbps. Fast Ethernet is 100 Mbps, and after that we come as Gigabit Ethernet. Gigabit is having the 1 Gbps speed, and 1 Gbps is nothing, just 1024 Mbps. 1024 Mbps. Some guys also say it as 1000 Mbps, so not a problem, but the actual value is 1024 Mbps. And the same thing is like 1 Mbps. These are just unit conversion, nothing else. 1 Mbps is 1024 kbps. kbps, and 1 kbps is 1024 bits per second. And one more unit is byte. One byte is equals to how much? Anyone?
8-bit.
8-bit exactly. 1 byte is equals to 8-bit. So these are the basic unit conversion. And if you go to the further even TBPS, so that's also all, here it is a multiple of 1024, not like kilometers to meter. Okay, so that's quite simple. And then we are having some VLAN ports as well. So we will just discuss slowly in the coming session why we use this VLAN 1 ports. So let's go back to the packet tracer original one. Yeah. So now we try to connect this our packet tracer. So for the connectivity, you can go to this symbol like this here. We are having this power, right? Connections. So we can click here. We are having the different types of cable to connect our switch to computer. So the first cable is automatically choose the connection type. Okay. The second cable is the console cable. Third cable, we are having the copper straight through cable. That's what we discussed before, straight and cross. This is the straight symbol of the straight through cable. This is the copper crossover cable. This is fiber cable. This is phone. This is coaxial cable. This is serial, DT, octal, IoT custom cable. So normally we are going to use this automatically crossover. So in case of automatic, what it does, you have to just click here. The connection is made, and now wherever you want to make the connection, you just click over there and the connection will be created, right? So we have connected this switch to this computer. So now this fast Ethernet 0/1 port is connected to the FE0 port of this computer, PC3. Okay, you can also change the name of this switch like anything like home switch. You can rename the computers as well, like my computer. So you can rename all these things, okay? And here this fast port number is visible here, but normally it is by default, it is not visible. You can enable it via, I think, view, show, view. No, this is not the case, but normally it is not visible. You can enable or disable in the toolbar. So toolbar, okay, that is okay. Logical view. There is some option to enable or disable. I don't see it right now. I will tell you later on, okay? But by default, these port numbers are not visible. So just for the simplicity or making it good, just try to make them visible. So it helps you to configure these things, okay? So you have another option to choose the crossover or straight through cable. So between switch and the computers, we use the straight cable, right? So we will choose copper. No, not crossover, straight. So we will use like this connection. So here, if you choose, so then we are having the options that which port you want to connect, correct? So suppose, because if you use this auto cable, then in sequence, the ports are being used. The first port we have used FA0/1, the second port we have used FA0/2, and next, if you use automatic, then FA0/3 will be used. But if you use this our manual selection, then you click over there, it displays you the options that which of the port you want to connect. You can select any of the port you want. So suppose I select 0/10 port here. So this 0/10 is used of the switch port and which of the port of the computer. So obviously computer is having only one LAN cable, so it is only displaying only one fast Ethernet ports. Once you connected, then FA0/10 is displayed here and FA0 is displayed here. Okay, so like that we can connect here. So all these our computers are connected via switch. Okay, if you have connected or bought a very new switch, you don't have to do any configuration on the switch. You just have to assign the IP in the computer Okay, so in the packet tracer, how we are going to give the IP to the computer? Just click on this one. The symbol will comes like this, this icon. The window displays like this. We can click on this IP configuration. Click right here. You click here and it displays you the IP address what you want to give. So I'm giving 1.1.1 to the first computer, and if you see about the subnet mask, it will be filled automatically. And the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Can anyone tell me that which class IP address it is based on the subnet mask what it is being shown here? What is the class of this IP 1.1.1?
Class A.
Exactly, this is class A IP. So I will use all class A IP in our computer. Okay, so this is done, and we will not use the default gateway right now. We will use default gateway once we use the router. Okay, so let's go to the computer 2, and we can go to the desktop here. IP configuration, we can give 2.2.2. Subnet mask will fill automatically. Close it. We can configure the third computer, that is 3.3.3, and the fourth computer as 4.4.4. Okay, so let me change the name first, otherwise it will confuse you. This is PC1. PC1 is already used, so it will not. This should be PC4. PC4. This is PC3. This is PC2. And this is our PC1. Okay. So now to check the connectivity, what we check normally, if you want to check the connectivity between the PC1 to PC4, what should we do? Anyone? If you want to check the connectivity between the PC1 to PC4, what do we normally do? How will you make sure that they are having connectivity or they are reachable from?
We'll use ping command.
Exactly, we use the ping command. So we will try to ping from PC1 to PC4. So let me use the PC1 and PC1 command prompt. Okay, this is the PC1 open here. You see PC1, and this is the command prompt of the PC1. So we will try to ping which computer? 4.4.4. If it is if ping successful, then we are sure that it is having the connectivity. If they are not able to ping it, then we will check that why they are not reachable, because by default, whenever we don't do any configuration on the switch and just connect the cables on switch to computer, all the computers should communicate with each other. So that should be pingable. Oh, yeah, I did one mistake. Yeah. So the mistake is that whenever we are using the switch, then the IP address should be of the same network. They should not be of the different network. And right now, whatever the IP address I have assigned, that belongs to the different network. So I will change the IP address and I will define it to the same network. Same network means 1.1.1.2. Okay. So now you see that network part is same. So here then if you are using the class A IP address, then which of the part is the network and which of the part is the host? Anyone?
First two part is network and last two part is host.
In the class A, the first octet is network and the last three are the remaining three are the host part. So right now I am just using 1.1.2. So either we can choose here 1.2.2, but still I'm just taking the first three octets same, and I'm only changing the last octet. Okay, so 1.1.2, and that I'm changing to the 1.1.3, 1.1.1.3, and the fourth one will be 1.1.4, 1.1.1. So now our computer should be able to communicate. So now let's try to ping our 1.1.1.4, and we are able to ping that. So it means that we are having the connectivity. Let's try to ping .3. Yes, that is also having the connectivity. Let's try to ping computer 2. Yes. So from the computer 1, remaining 3 computers are the reachable. So you see that we haven't done any configuration on the switch right now, but still they are able to communicate. All the computers are able to communicate, but the condition is they IP address or the IP address of the computer should be of the same network. If we assign the IP address of the different network, they will not able to communicate. Why? Because the job of communication between two networks is being done by the router. If you want to communicate between from one network to another network, then we have to use the router. Clear? Any doubt in this one? Anyone?
No, sir.
No. Okay, great. So now I'm just trying to log in the switch and see the things whatever are available over here. So whenever you want to check the switch, just click on the switch. Okay. So you can go to this CLI. So in CLI you will see the details like this. Just click and press enter. It will give you the switch like this. So this is right now we are in the switch, and if you want to do any configuration, just enable it. So for the enable, we use the command enable. Okay. Or we can also use the short form of this one like en. En also works. So if you click on the en, then you see the hash symbol. Okay. The hash symbol means now you can do the changes, or you can show the configuration of the switch. So here show command works. If you want to see that how many commands we are having on the show, you can just put the question mark here, and it will show you the commands which can work after the show. So we are having this much of the command. Okay. So first we're having the access list, ARP, boot, CDP, clock, crypto, DHCP and all. There are a lot of. So right now we are going to check the show MAC address table. This one. You see, so MAC address table. So I'm going to see the show MAC address. And if you don't want to type the complete command, you can just write some initial and just press the tab symbol. Once you press the tab symbol, the command is auto completed. Okay, so I just press the tab symbol, tab key, and then this command is auto filled, and you just press enter, and it will show you the MAC address learned by the switch. So right now we are having the 4 MAC address learned by the switch. So the first one is being learned, that is 0cc4 409E. The type is dynamic, and it has been learned from the port number FA0/1. So if you see it FA0/1, so FA0/1 is connected to the first computer, right? This is our FA0/1. So it means that this MAC address of the first computer will be this one, 0cc4 409E. Normally the MAC address is not 0000, but because this is a packet tracer, so that's why these are first we can say the group that is 00. Otherwise, if you check the MAC address of the machine, then it will be some hexadecimal numbers. So this is then the second one is learned from the FA0/2. This is 5C12, this one. So the 5C12 will be of this machine, this PC 2. Okay. And the same thing of the third one, FA0/3. FA0/3 will be this one. So that will be of the PC 4. And then we are having the FA0/10. It has been learned from the FA0/10. Then definitely this will be of the PC 3. Yeah. Any questions? Anyone want to ask anything? No. Okay. Cool. So if you want to configure the switch, right? So for that we can go to our config mode. We can write command config, right? Or complete configure, not a problem. Configure, and then we can show the terminal because we are going to configure the terminal. So we can see the configure T, and it will redirect to the configuration mode. So this is called the configuration mode. Once the switch, and this is a config. Okay, so once you are in the configuration mode, your show command will not run. So if you want to do the show MAC address, then you cannot see it. If you want to still want to see the MAC address table, you have to use the keyword do show MAC address table. Then it will show you. It will show. Oh, MACs are empty. Exit. Show MAC address. Now I think MAC address table is clear now. Or let me ping once again. 1.1.2. Now it has learned. It should have learned one MAC now. Go to switch. It has learned two MAC address, once in the sender and another for the receiver. So it means that this is the packet tracer. So normally what it does for the specific time, it deletes the MAC address table. But normally if you go to practical scenarios, it does not delete. If you check the MAC address table of your computer, and then you'll be having a huge, a MAC address table in your computer. But obviously they put some aging timer like 24 hours or 48 hours, depending on your administrator, so that it does not increase your cache of your computer. So but here this is a packet tracer. To save it, they have put it very small time, so it is being deleted. And if I ping another computer right now, from the, suppose I ping from 2 to 3 to, in I'm computer 2 now, and I'm trying to ping 3, 1.1.3. So I'm able to ping. So now our switch will show the more to MAC address. So let's see the show MAC address table. Okay, it is showing from 0/1, showing from 0/2. It is not showing from 0/3. So 0/3 is our PC4. So let me ping PC4. Ping 1.1.1.4. So now, because whenever we ping it, that switch automatically learns the MAC address table. So now if we check the MAC address table, then it will be stored. You see that now all 4 MAC address tables are available now. And after some time, because it will be having some aging timer, so these MAC address will be dropped from the switch. Okay, any doubt from anyone till now? Because this is very new to you, but then it might be some doubts from your side.
Sir, how to ping that one from the, how to press the command prompt, how to go to command prompt, sir?
Okay, how to go to the command prompt. So suppose you are in the computer, right? In the PC3, just click it here in the PC3. Okay, so it will show you symbol like this one: IP configuration, dial up, terminal, command prompt. So here you see that this is a command prompt, right? Just click on this one. It will show like this. See, and command prompt. This is the command. This command prompt is not of your computer. This command prompt of the packet tracer and of that specific computer which you have added here. Okay. And now from here, because this is, you see that this is a PC3 here. So from PC3, you can ping to the remaining 1, 2, or 4. So let me try to ping 1.1.1. 1.1.1 means we are pinging which computer?
First computer.
First one, PC1. So if I try to ping it, then it is, I am able to ping it. Okay. So let me, any doubt till now? Till now? Any doubt? No?
No, sir.
Okay. So let me keep this little short. And in the next one, I will just describe you the concept of VLAN and also show you the comparison from the hub, that how hub is being introduced. And I will also take some theory part like CSMA CD. Right, we are having some protocol like carrier sense multiple access, and then collision detection. That how does it happen, and what is the broadcast domain, collision domain. So we will see some theory, and then we will see the concept of VLAN and switch. Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Sir, I have one question
Yes.
because last lecture I couldn't attend properly because my shifting going on that time.
Okay.
So I want to know how to differentiate the network IP. We see the class 1, class B, class C. When we see the class 1, class A, B, C.
Okay. So
Only brief. Okay.
yeah. So for classification point of view, whenever suppose you see that any IP address like this 192.168.1.0. So you want to know that which class of the IP address is this? This is a class A, class B, or class C?
Class C.
How you know it that this is class C?
Sir, some minimum time I'll attend in the class.
Okay.
Then starting you was told this is the class C.
Okay, not a problem. So what is happening actually, whenever we want to check that which class it is, we just look at the first octet. Okay, so if the first octet range is from 0 to 127,
yes,
then
127.
Then it is a class A. And if it is from 128 to 191, then this is class B. And if it is from 192 to 224,
yes,
then it is class 223, I think. Then this is a class C. And after that 224 to 240, that is class D.
Yes.
And
sir,
yeah.
Sir, you told me that subnet mask.
Yeah.
According to subnet mask, we defined the classes. Like previously, you tell me 255.0.0.0. Then this is the class A IP.
Yeah, that's also case. So in case of the class A IP address, what is happening? The first octet is network part, and the remaining octet are the host part. Okay, for the class A, this is class A, and for the class B, they are network, and host. That is class B.
B.
And network, host. That is class C.
Class C.
Okay, so if you want to check the subnet mask, so for subnet mask, what we are going to do, we are putting the network bits all 1. So in the 1 octet, we are having the 8 bits. So it means that we are putting 8 ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Like this. So now if you convert this 8 bits to the decimal, you get it as 255.
255. Yes,
so if you check the class A, so here we are having only one network part, and we put it as a network bits at 1, and remaining host bits as all 0. So if you put the all 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, so that will make you 0. So if you take the subnet mask, it will be 255.0.0.0.
Yes.
And for the class B, they are the network and network. It means that there will be 255, means 255.255.0.0. If you talk about the class C, then that will be 255.255.255.0. So that's how we are defining.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, so yeah, and if you just check in our packet tracer here also, whenever we just give an IP address to the computer, here, close it, right? So if you see that this is automatically given as 1.1.1.2, then it taken as 255.0.0. Because it just knows it, okay, it's starting from 1, it means that it should be 255. If you take if I define the IP 192.168.1.1, what will happen now? Tell me, what will you see?
255, 255, 255.0.
Exactly. So it will automatically change it to that one. Let me delete it. And now if I click here, you see that it automatically fills as 255, 255, 255.0.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So that is how it's happening. Anyone else having some doubt? No? Okay. So okay, it's okay. So we will have some theory and might be in the recorded session. I will record it because this week I was quite busy, so was not able to record any session in the previous week. So I will some record session, at least 1 or 2 in this week, and then we will meet on Saturday at the same time. And if you are observing, the link is also same. Joining link is same for all the classes. You can join the previous link, or I'm also sharing the new link as well in the on Friday or Saturday, so you can join on the same time. Okay. Okay, guys. See you on the next Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Bye, sir.
guys. Bye bye.